Hello, guys, everyone. Welcome to our podcast. This is Inexperience Points. I'm Zach.
I'm Savvy.
And I'm BZRB. How you guys doing?
And we were just having a conversation off air, and we had to record really fast about ASMR.
Because that's a topic that...
My commentary was, okay, I am adamant. First of all, I'm not a fan of ASMR, by the way. Like, it just does something to my brain that makes me irrationally angry.
Yeah.
But my commentary about it is, I think people who like ASMR really only watch the ASMR videos so they can watch a pretty girl doing weird things. Like, you're not here for the sound. You're here for the woman doing the weird thing.
100%. 100%.
Role play.
That's exactly what I think, too. I don't like all ASMR.
Okay.
I like certain ASMR.
Okay.
There's an ASMR video specifically that I found that is a... It's a Dark Souls ASMR of a guy around a bonfire and like being passing travelers, and it's the fucking best.
What?
He's like, here, drink up your Estus. and it's so good. It's one of my favorite ASMR
Send that
videos.
to me. Send that to me.
I'll send it to you.
Actually, yeah, please send it to me. I will end up being irrationally angry, but I might be intrigued and angry.
I'll post it in the Discord for
Thank
sure.
God.
Be so relaxed. But honestly, I like ASMR. But that's the thing that I found. If you go to the comments in those videos, and you can see all like the creeps in there. They're talking about, oh yeah, you really talk to me nice. I'm like, wait a minute. But yeah, there's literally a community of people who definitely profit off of the creepiness of the guys, and there's some women out there too, but
100%.
Look, I'm here for it. Like, if you are a hot girl or a hot guy making money off of like people doing ASMR, like really weird things, like,
oh Lord.
but make your money, get that bread. But
Yeah, if there wasn't a world of weird, crazy men who would pay women money to do that, we wouldn't have gifts on this earth like amaranth and... No. I literally didn't even have another example. That's how out of that universe I am.
I know. It was, the moment you said "and," I'm like, I'm about to learn things that I'm going to have to Google and be thoroughly upset with.
I literally know no one else.
Oh, no.
Okay. Ugh.
But no.
No, I mean, more power to you, people. Like, make that bread however way you get it. Like, that girl, Belle Delphine, who sold her, like, gamer girl bathwater.
Oh,
I was,
jeez.
Yeah.
like, I had two thoughts run through my brain. I was like, she's going to be balling in money. And two, I was also like, of course someone would be willing to buy that.
Yeah.
Did
Freaks.
you see the
Freaks.
Did you see the fake website that was put up for her?
No, what?
Someone made a fake website that was like an exact mock-up of her website, like 1-to-1, and it was like dot something else instead of .com or whatever her website was.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like a new tier of like payment for something. It was like, I think it was like $100,000 to have sex with her on camera.
Shut up.
And like whoever set that up, I'm 100% sure they got away with some type of money from someone.
It's like,
That's wild.
Yeah.
that's like sex work, but extra steps
Exactly.
without the sex.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's...
Weird world we live in with.
Here's the thing. If there's something being made, or at least this is my logic, like there's something being made or something that can be sold, there's going to be even just one person who buys it. Does not matter. Like
Like, this is a
Yeah.
steal.
oh my gosh, $5? Bet.
For fart in a jar?
Fart in a jar.
Golly.
I would buy fart in a jar to give it to someone that I don't like.
Oh.
Don't cross me.
Oh, man. I remember, this was like way back. And this is like, I forget, like over 10 years ago. This is when I was in middle school. And this is at a church. One of the youth leaders, man, he farts in a gallon, like a big old water gallon, and cuffs it. Runs over to, it wasn't one of the students, it was one of the other leaders,
Okay,
and
that's
just
a little more
removes his hand and just, bro, that section reeked for a couple minutes. It was, you would think it didn't work, but science, hello, that place was rank. Oh, a little bit of ASMR, rank.
So
It was really
That's
rank.
horrible. I hate anything that has to do with like people doing like fart pranks or poop pranks.
Oh.
Oh
I hate
my
all that
gosh.
stuff.
Yeah.
I think like something in your brain kind of has to be broken if you do poop pranks. Like you are like like you're like, how about I just scoop up my poop from this toilet or shit in my hand and then slap someone in the face with it. And I'm
It's
just
the
like,
same energy as the people who like shit in urinals. Like
Whoa.
wait, is this a thing? I don't. I'm sorry. I don't
Wait,
use the
wait.
men's restrooms.
this
so-
is a thing. At least I feel commonly, having worked in different areas where there is public restrooms, the men's room just vastly horrible.
I've worked in I've been a custodian for a while.
Yeah.
That has never happened. Never. I'm glad it didn't,
You should be
because I
very
would.
glad.
God.
Yeah, I would have had to clean that up. But
Oh my gosh.
you must have been able to hold it till the very last second. Then when you got to the bathroom, all the stalls were being used, and you were like, you know what, screw this, and you know what, I'm just gonna poop a doop right here, and be done with it. Just gonna flush, let it,
There
Just
has
be
to
done
be a
with it.
kid. There has to be a kid or like a foreign person who's like, I don't know what this is. It's not like a hole in the ground or something. Like, that's the only thing. Like, that's the only thing I think of.
I would say that. I mean, that's the only reason that you would, not know what to do. But legitimately, if you were just doing that just to be a butthole,
No, I think you guys give people too much credit. I think people are just disgusting.
No, at my place of work, the women's restroom, because we share it with our customers, like the women's restroom is disgusting. Like I promise you, I don't know if people bring their kids in there too.
Oh, I know.
Like I swear, like someone, whether it be an adult or a child, will write on the walls and poop, and I'm
Oh, I
like,
know.
why? Like this is a fine establishment that y'all want to shop at, and then you poop and write on the walls.
When it comes to kids, I think it depends on how bad it is. After having my own kids and watching them literally like stick their hands down their diaper,
Woo!
and June has been covered. Like she literally stuck her hand in her own diaper, took it out, went.
Baby, that
rubbed
is
it
not
on her face,
moisturizer.
And we were trying to get it off, and she was so disgusted. She came around and she goes,
Mm.
"Mom." Just
Oh,
Sorry, that brought my villain laugh out of me.
oh,
terrible. So I understand maybe a public situation like that,
Good
but
God.
every once in a while,
Oh.
I mean,
and then own up to it. Be like, hey, look, I'm so sorry for what happened in there,
Oh, God.
but I don't have the means to take care of this.
honestly, if you just go to a place and you wreck the toilet, or your kid wrecks the toilet, literally just tell the people who work there, hey, your restroom needs to be serviced. There was an accident. You didn't even have to say it was you. You could just be like, I walked in on it. And then, like,
Oh.
the employees will take care of that. Like, instead of just letting it sit and fester in there, like,
Yeah, don't own up to it.
don't up to it. Just be like, hey, your
Yeah.
bathroom needs to be serviced. And then let the employees, like, I'm sorry, guys, like,
Oh,
my
that's
people,
smart.
but,
Should
don't
do
let
that.
it just sit there. No one wants to scrape, like, dried ass poop off the wall.
That I just one thing about the only couple times I've like actually babysat some kids, and I didn't know like kids poop was like that. Like the assortment of colors and what they eat. It's like you can tell like the definite like, oh, if it's
you-
this
you
color and
eat
this
your
texture,
brains.
like what color texture? Like I understand if it's like diarrhea and then it's just like solid, but like the mixture and there's this color. I'm like, I want kids. Like, don't get me wrong, I
Yeah.
want kids. But like at the end of the day, kids are just freaks. Like oh,
Bro,
God.
sometimes I see how kids, like, do things, and I really wonder how we end up with adults in the world, like...
Man.
Like, definitely, like, obviously there's parents watching these kids, but sometimes I'm like, I don't know how you're going to make it to adulthood or how you made it to adulthood specifically. Like, there's just moments, man.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some kids I think are, all kids are perfect angels, and there's nothing. There's nothing that any kid could ever do wrong in any situation, you know?
Let's say poop or pee in the bed. Unless it's like a fear thing, but if they're just doing it just because they're lazy.
Oh, you're gonna sit in it.
Ugh.
That might be abuse. I don't know.
Fester.
Nobody calls CPS.
I
Let
You
it
don't have
think that
children,
just
but-
depends, yeah.
Ooh, dingleberries.
Ugh. That's why mattress like toppers. What are they called? Like, you know those things that like you wrap your mattress in that's waterproof.
Yeah, it's a waterproof. You can be a waterproof sheet.
Yeah. Like you might as well just have those. I have one on my bed
100%.
because like I like to drink a lot of liquids in my bed. But I also have a dog, and just in case one day she decides to like shit or pee the bed on me, it's there. So I'm like, at least my mattress is nice, and I can just get rid of this topper thing.
Yeah.
Or clean it.
Yeah, typically you wash them.
I haven't really had an accident on my bed since, I don't know, like not in adulthood at least.
You see that now, but now you're gonna like go home and cuddle up in bed with a whole bowl of ramen and get all nice and cozy. You're gonna reach for the remote, and then it's gonna pour your entire bowl of ramen all over.
It's gonna burn your hands, burn your thighs,
I'm
and,
just
and
gonna
you
have,
end
like,
up just pooping on yourself
noodle
too.
stains.
You're like, oh my god, I'm so good. Oh my god.
Open up the floodgates. Yikes, bro! I'm gonna come back like next week. Like, guys, I shit the bed. Literally.
Oh man, just
Oh, hey.
it smells like chicken.
I would never be able to eat ramen again. No. Also, I don't eat soup in my bed. I'm not a Neanderthal. I'll drink my coffee like the depressed person I am, but not eat soup.
Yeah, I think there's only certain foods you can like legally eat in bed. Otherwise, you should be like arrested. 100%. And if you're eating ramen in bed, I think you're gonna need to reevaluate your life.
That's like, if I ever eat ramen in the bed, that's how I know I've completely given up. Like, not just given up, like completely given up. Like, and no shade to anyone who eats ramen in bed. More power to you. That's just not my MO. So when it happens, like, there's no going back. Like, someone better call like a place to help me.
Just imagine someone listening to this in bed, just slowly crying into their ramen.
I'm gonna be crying when I go. Sometimes I'm so relaxed. I eat ramen in bed. Like I'm making them like I make like 2 or 3 packs. I have Netflix right here, and I'm chilling. I got just a full ramen.
I'm sorry for my Neanderthal comment.
No, it's fine.
People who eat ramen in bed are fucking idiots, dude. Just the dumbest fucking people in the
I'm
world.
over here just trying to fight back tears. Like
Mikey,
He's like, last night I was eating ramen in my bed.
he was going to share a story about like a great thing that happened while he was eating ramen in bed, and now no longer.
is it really? That's what you guys think?
No, it's just me.
No,
That's not my MO. Like, I don't like to eat like meals in my bed. Like, I also have my room like for like my whole entirety of like as an adult. I've decided my room is not a place for me to eat because I'm really bad at keeping my place neat, like my room neat. So I'm like, if I can just get rid of like the trash or the food or like plates that like make it never in there, I'm good. Not gonna have ants in my room. I will have a giant pile of laundry, but no ants. But I do drink a lot of liquids in bed. So I'm like, you know, like I'll have like a cup of coffee in bed or a tea, depending how I feel. But no soup, no macaroni, no steak and eggs. I don't know, whatever people eat in bed. What do people eat in bed?
It's funny that we're bagging on this so much, but I feel like eating in bed is like one of the like biggest things that is like seen upon in like Mother's Day. Everyone walks into the room with a plate of food and gives it to their mom right when they wake up.
There's special occasions. There are certain times, but
Yeah.
mostly those who eat in the bed all the time, like every day. It's kind of like forget the dinner table, forget all this,
No, you
and
can't
they
do
just
that.
eat in bed. Like that's bad. That's a bad habit. You should kick it. Like
Just get a table, my guy.
yeah, like if you have one of those what is it called, the economy like apartments where it's just like open,
Like a studio?
Yeah, I think
Or like
so.
a 1-bedroom?
Yeah, or it's just like wide open, like it's just there's
Yeah,
no
it's a studio apartment.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm learning another thing this week. But you know, if you just have that wide open, then you know you have a table, all that kind of stuff. Like even still, just like eat in the kitchen,
Yeah.
like just sit on the floor. You know what I mean? Or not.
Yeah.
You know, somewhere. But the bed, that's for other things.
Yeah. I just...
What other things?
I mean, when
Sleeping.
we talk about
Masturbating.
kids, wait, okay. Wait a minute.
Like the only two things I've done in my bed in the past like 36 hours. You can't see Savannah's blank stare into the abyss of nothingness, but
I am speechless for once right now.
Wow, this is great. From
I don't like-
ASMR to
I don't like to think of my friends doing the deeds. Call me crazy.
yeah,
wow.
you're crazy.
What?
You're not normal.
I mean, we've established that before. However,
that was out of nowhere. That was
Well,
left.
moving from that, we should jump to our main subject of conversation. What Mikey really wants to talk about.
Oh man.
I brought it up before the stream, but video game music.
Ooh, yeah.
We should talk about some awesome game musics. I
Mhm.
think any time video game music at least sticks out, it's something that everyone has like a vivid memory of a game.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
Games music being the thing. I feel like I've always heard a lot about Skyrim's music,
yeah.
which is fantastic.
the Kingdom Hearts
goes-
soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yes, that goes in the ASMR too, though.
Slaps.
The Skyrim soundtrack, they have. There's a lot of like Skyrim ASMR, like Lord of the Rings, all that kind of stuff. But Skyrim, Kingdom Hearts, there's just even Mario, Sonic, like they have amazing soundtracks.
And distinct. Like you'll hear a song from like Mario, and you'll know that's a Mario song.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's really something that plays a big role in games as a whole, but isn't necessarily like the biggest thing. I think that a lot of
Yeah.
people think about when they look back on games. The reason I thought about this, I was cleaning out my computer, and I came across some music files for a video that I was going to make like a year ago about a review of a game that I always saw growing up, but I never actually got to play it. And I don't know if you guys have heard of this game. It's called Space Channel 5.
I've heard of that.
No, that's out of my
Yeah?
range.
You
Okay,
don't
go
know?
on. I'm
Okay, so
intrigued.
this was a Dreamcast game.
Okay.
On the original
That's
Dreamcast.
fine.
And it the whole reason that it came up is because I saw a character in the game who threw me off a lot, and his name is Space Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is in the game.
All right. I'm picking up what you're putting down, my dude.
But the music in it the music in it is crazy good. It's a rhythm game.
Yeah.
So it's a rhythm dancing game that you dance through different levels, and there's different things that happen within each level. As far as like progressing the story, you essentially are someone who saves like people from like space crime. It's very interesting. And I gotta pull up some pictures here.
You
for
know, would that be classified as like an indie game?
This was way before the indie game movement, I feel. What was the first indie game?
Let's find out.
Yeah.
But if people like
Check
looked
that
at
out.
it now, like would they say it would be
It has a indie game kind of aesthetic. So you can see from these screenshots here. Oh, these are like hella small. That's the maker. That's the creator. Okay, well, there's only 3 images on here. Oh, look, they made a Game Boy Advance version. So, Space Channel 5 is a
Game Boy
music video
Advance.
game developed by United Game Artists. Following space-faring reporter. Oh, yeah, she's a reporter. Her name's Ulala. As she investigates an alien invasion, players engage in rhythm-based combat where Ulala mimics the actions of rivals in time to musical tracks.
ooh la la.
Yeah, so she's... the only thing I remember about this game, because I played it through the whole game,
Ooh la la.
so I could write a review of it.
Okay.
I never did.
Oh, okay.
But it is like the wackiest game. But the music just sticks out so much. It's like, you guys ever played Jet Set Radio or Jet Set Radio Future?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or hear the music for that game? It's very much like that. Has kind of like a cowboy bebop kind of like
Okay.
style to it too. It's very interesting.
Okay.
Man, you're bringing up like some retro stuff. Oh.
Dang. I was a little too poor to have a game system at those times. I got a PS2 when it came out. And not when it came out. It was like out for a few years.
Well, they did produce that console until the PS4 was released.
What?
They were still making brand new PS2s until like the PS4 came out.
Which is wild.
Yeah, which is insane.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like how they're still making PS4s right now.
Yeah,
Kinda.
technically. Usually that only happens like a half a year into the next console's lifespan. But since PS5s are so hard to come by and the chip shortage right now has caused them to not be in production and not a lot of them being sold and more of them being scalped, PS4s are still...
Yeah.
At my
Good.
store, we still occasionally will get a PS4, and it's the most exciting experience because like it'll be like new in box, like with their newest packaging, whatever they put it in. The packaging's like this big, and like the size of the system itself. And I feel like that moment in Pirates of the Caribbean when Captain Jack Sparrow has like what's his name's heart, and they're like jar of dirt, and he's like running, and like all this stuff is happening behind him. That's how I feel whenever I get the PlayStation running from the back room trying to put it on the sales floor, and like people just see me and they're like, "Oh my god, it's a PlayStation!" And I'm like, "Don't eat me."
Oh, man. I remember trying to find a PlayStation 4, and I mean I had a PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. And I went over to Xbox 360, everything like that, Xbox One.
Just kidding.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Hurtful.
Hey,
Hurtful.
there is no
Pain.
hatred on any consoles here. Okay, they all have their
We
I
all
don't
love,
discriminate. I just play the games.
but we
on
don't
my
see you on
Nintendo
PlayStation.
Switch.
Have you been on PlayStation?
No,
Wow.
my cousins have my PlayStation because I'm the older one. They deserve games as well.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
No,
They
that's
they definitely walked off with my PlayStation.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make it sound like I'm a good person. Like, oh, my little cousins. No, they're my age.
They So if you're listening to this, you know what time it is. It's time
Yeah.
to return that PlayStation so she can actually play with her real friends.
I just want to play Kingdom Hearts for the 18th time, please.
I hate Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, shut. What?
Lord.
We'll save it for a controversial gaming opinion episode that we'll do. But
You know, let's talk about good things like gaming music, how you started.
yeah, gaming.
Yeah. One thing I will say, gaming music, and if you want to listen to some really nice, I would say has like a little bit of everything. I would say Halo. Halo has really good music. Kingdom Hearts, like you said, there's just a whole lot. I really feel alive when I listen to video game music, just because like one, even if you listen to like the older stuff like nostalgia, all that, but there is a distinct feel that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can tell like in the movies and whatnot, but in video games, just like you wouldn't think that people would take the time to actually write out some like chords and everything like that and have a whole thing just made for a game specifically. Like they thought about, oh, this scene, this kind of action, I want this and everything. Just it still amazes me to this day. And to have music in a video game that is definitely like, it just makes you feel heroic. It's charming, all the good stuff, and it's just very dramatic. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
There's definitely.
Oh, go on.
Oh. There's definitely different levels to music, like you said. Like I think, especially on games like Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls series, big sprawling RPG adventure games.
Legend of Zelda.
There's Legend of Zelda. You have these orchestral like just symphonies where you have 50 to 80 people all playing one song for one little portion of the game that you'll hear during that one dungeon or during that one section, and then you'll never hear again. I think there's some really amazing stuff. I think the stuff that sticks with me is especially indie game music, things like Toby Fox and
I was gonna say that you totally took that from me. No, I love Toby Fox. Undertale was amazing. It's like stuck with me since I played it. And when they announced that he was making, he was composing music for one part of Pokemon Sword and Shield, I lost my mind. I'm already like a Pokemon fangirl. I don't care if I'm gonna play the same story like 18 times over. I'm gonna pay the $50 to do it. So when I saw that, and then they like released like just the track of it, I was there like, this is amazing, because it's just like it has like that Pokemon feel of it, like kind of like stylistic with their trumpets and like all the battle music.
Oh yeah.
For like that game specifically, and then on top of like his style, like that just was so reminiscent of Undertale. It's like, oh, like there's like this moment tension of like, am I going to win? And like that's like how I experienced his music and stuff, and I was just like, oh my gosh, amazing. I'm a huge fangirl.
Yeah.
Which leads me to he actually has scored another song. I don't know how many, or like just more, like he's composed a little more for Scarlet and Violet for Pokemon.
I do see that on this list. I was looking up his works.
Bro, I'm so excited. I'm a huge fan of him.
God.
He did Omori. Do you know the game Omori?
No.
It's another indie RPG, but he was a
on
guest
Indie Wagon.
composer for the jukebox music specifically.
Does that sound familiar?
Omori?
That's awesome.
Oh, he also did. Oh, okay, there's this. I don't even want to get into the game right now. It's one of my most anticipated games that I kind of liked but fell really flat, and maybe I'll go into it in some aspect. But there was a game called Y2K, a postmodern RPG, and it was all about Y2K being the end of the world, and you played in 1999, and it was this RPG game, and it was like, it was just done in like this Earthbound style. It was super cool, but he did the music for that game. He's a
That's
composer.
cool.
Yeah.
Good for you, Toby Fox. You go ahead, make games and make music, dude.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah,
support
right?
your endeavors.
Do you guys know the game Crypt of the Necrodancer?
I've heard of that one.
Yeah?
Actually, I haven't.
No? It's a dungeon crawler, like old dungeon crawling games, where you move like tile to tile within a dungeon, but it's a rhythm game. So you move to the beat of the music, and then you do things like pick up items throughout the dungeon and equipment and armor, and you have to fight your way through the dungeon. The ultimate thing, I think the story is like you fall into a crypt and the Necrodancer steals your heart. And with stealing your heart, he makes your heart beat to the beat of the music.
That's cool.
And you have to like fight your way through the dungeon essentially to get your heart back or whatever. I never beat it, but
That's creative. Like,
Yes.
even with that, like, there's creative aspects that come with yeah.
it's a super fun game. And Nintendo thought that as well. They hired the people who made Crypt of the Necrodancer to make another dungeon crawling rhythm game based off Legend of Zelda. And it has Legend of Zelda music throughout the entire thing. And if you have not played it, I'm saying this now, 100% purchase that game. I've beat it 3 times. It is so good.
Okay.
It's so much fun, and the music in it is just killer. And it's only like $20, I think. It's not even a full price title.
Oh, bro, that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Ooh.
very, very fun.
Okay.
And I don't think that musical games like that, I mean, obviously you have games like Rock Band and Guitar Hero that have brought, like, big songs into the game, into rhythm gaming. But having a game that's built around music in that aspect of also being a dungeon crawler, super interesting to me.
That's cool. I'm so sorry to slow our roll. My computer's dying. I need someone to plug it in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do it.
But have you guys ever? It was a computer game. I believe it's like a computer game. I don't know if it was on any other system, but it was on.
Still recording.
It was like a little cube that rolled around and like it changed colors depending on like the tile. It would change colors.
Oh.
I forget what it's called, but it had this.
QB, Oh.
Wait, what?
Gosh.
wait.
Sorry, I just had a stroke. That way.
Wait. There might be an extension cord in there. Yes,
Please.
we are.
Our
we
time
are.
is short.
We are. How much time have we got on there?
Probably got like another 5 minutes on this bad boy.
Okay. Well, we can keep it going.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out. Cubert? Is it Cubert?
Is it Cubert? Because he's like that little circle thing with like the newt nose.
No. Because it was just a regular. I don't know, but it's one of those games where if I played it, I would just like. I would just go crazy because it was definitely one of those games that I was raised on.
Yeah.
And computer games was one of the things that I enjoyed when I was younger. I don't know if you played, what was it? Shining something. It was like a RPG, kind of like a turn-based fighting game. I don't know if it was Shining Light or.
That's not ringing a bell for me.
Dang, I forget. I totally forget. But once I'm gonna look for it and then I'm gonna get it back to you guys, because if you guys can play it. It's for everybody.
Bro, I might just.
It does.
I was too late.
But it's still recording, right?
I mean, you're still recording
Our
audio,
is.
but
Oh yeah, I'll just go ahead and animate the part right now. That's not working.
yeah, we'll just video cut it and see if we can get it back up.
Oh crap!
So sorry.
Is it not working? Because this one. Oh, okay. Looks like it's working. Tight.
We could be back in. But once I find it, I don't know. I would say this for some people who.
Oh, it looks like it's still recording.
Oh, look at that!
Yes.
Wow.
Look at you,
Let's
HP.
go.
Proud of you.
HPU.
Give it up for the.
Dirty dog.
HP Pavilion.
I'm trying to clap with
Yeah.
my cheeks.
Yeah.
Hold on. But that
So what was
actually
this game?
sounded.
Describe it again for me, real
That
quick.
actually
Shining
sounded
light.
like a fart in a toilet.
Oh, this did.
Yeah, just the way it was hit. Like, I
Oh,
don't know.
no, not my hand thing. Sorry.
Like,
It does sound like a toilet fart.
it sounded like a new tube. I'm trying to. It was a. Okay, I was talking about two games. The first one was a cube that you control. You can roll around, and depending on the tile that you land on, it changes colors.
Changes the color. I know of the game, and it's like 3D. It's isometric, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you like kind of your square just goes. I don't know what game it is though.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
of it.
Find out.
So I'm trying to. Yeah, try to find it. Like I don't even know what it's called. But they're Shining Force. I think it was Shining Force, the other one, the RPG one. Have you heard of that,
I
Shining
have heard of
Force?
Shining Force, yeah.
Yes, that one. It's like the turn-based RPG kind of a thing, but it has some great
Some great music too.
Yeah, even though it's like very retro, it's really
Yeah, it's
nice.
Genesis era, so
Yeah.
interesting.
I remember playing that on the computer as well.
Yeah, Windows, GBA, Wii,
Mhm.
iOS. They had a game on iOS too.
Ooh.
Shining Force. Who would
Yeah.
have thought?
I played the crap out of that game. I know my sister did too. I think she got further than me, but we're not
Yeah.
gonna talk about that. Yeah. But if you like are looking at some, or you're like trying to find, or maybe just a little bit judgmental, just know, like there are a lot of great games out there, especially with beautiful
For music. Yeah.
soundtracks. Like
Yeah. The game that I've been playing most recently, that their music, I've listened to the whole album like 3 or 4 times through, was Cult of the Lamb. Their music is amazing.
Oh yeah.
They have a song called Work and Worship on there. Super great.
work and worship.
Yeah. It's the song that plays like when you're just in your cult, like managing everyone. It's super good.
Mm-hmm.
Lost. That's interesting. I've saw a clip of yours of you playing it, and I'm quite intrigued.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very fun game. I was playing it last night a little bit. Had some free time because my stream went down. I I do have a story about yesterday as well.
I was watching, by the way.
But I know I saw you in chat. I wasn't gonna shout you out. But I hate doing that. I hate like seeing when I join someone's. There's one streamer who I regularly try to like lurk on.
Yeah.
And every time I go and lurk and I'll be doing something, he's like, "Oh, Zab, I see you in chat, man. How you doing?" I'm like,
Bro, he recognizes you.
Yeah, I was like, "It's nice. It's cool. It's yeah, I don't really care, but I don't personally like to call anyone out of the shadows if I see them in my chat."
Yeah.
The cool thing about when I lurk on people's streams is that since I don't exist much on the internet, no one knows who I am. So it's not even lurking. I'm just showing up and they're like, just another face in the crowd, another face in the chat box.
Well, thanks for stopping by. Yeah.
There you are, number 82, who's on my stream.
Have you watched me when I stream?
No.
Wow.
I watched your stream recaps when you did Fall Guys.
I thought friends support friends.
Look.
This sucks.
I've watched
I'm
him
hurt.
every one time he streams.
First, you talk about me eating noodles in my bed.
Hey, I watch your recaps. You guys like to stream when I'm at work.
You work late?
I used to close at my job.
Oh.
And now that I don't close, Mikey just so happens to not stream.
He hasn't really streamed in a long time.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah,
like,
it's yeah.
Yeah, he.
Don't call me out when you're the one not producing content.
Yeah.
Well, as of late, but back then, which I didn't know that you weren't working, but still, or were working.
That I was working, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is what you got to do, Mikey. You got to get back into Final Fantasy 14. and then
Very
we stream
self-serving.
together at the same time.
Oh man,
And then
I gotta get a PC. That's one of those games that you have to have a PC for that because
trust me,
that's
I'm
how you
playing
get
on
the
PS5, man.
PS5.
Yeah, I'm playing on PS5. I have the controller. It works great. Honestly, almost better than keyboard. There's just literally two problems I have with trying to play an MMO like that on controller, and it's targeting. I think I told you about this when we were talking about PvP.
Yeah.
Yeah, the targeting is super weird.
People
But other than that,
versus-
it's great.
Yeah. I just for like
favorite
controller purposes.
You're
yeah.
that out of the loop with MMOs?
Oh, no, I'm not. I just think it's really funny.
Oh.
And that was a more appropriate version of me saying something out loud than what my brain came to.
Wait, what did you say?
What'd your brain come to?
What did you say and what were you thinking? We want to know both.
No, I said out loud, it's like people versus people.
Yeah.
Hence Zach's commentary. And then my brain was like, it's just penis versus penis. It's a cockfight.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I'm so
Okay.
sorry. I'm not sorry. But I didn't want to derail us.
No, that's another common term.
This
searched
is
on Google as
masturbation
well.
is penis versus penis.
Yeah.
Or, never mind.
No, you can't. Never mind.
I'm
Come
sorry. It
on.
was penis, vagina, penis.
Oh, there you go.
Oh
Yeah.
snap! That's a. Oh my gosh.
That's
Oh, that's
a thing.
two trying to get in one at the club.
Yeah, it's like a lot of girls like that. Cool.
Yeah.
We don't judge. We're a kink.
Clapping in the background. A lot of girls like that.
I hope that these pick that up. Somewhere else in the building, if that didn't, you can hear just a bunch of people clapping.
I it might have got that on my mic, but that was
fantastic.
perfect.
Oh my god.
I was about to throw another joke too. I'm like, I don't know how you cannot do that and die. Like, just think about that. Like, don't think about that. I'm just saying, like 2 and 1.
Think about
Like-
what?
This is the episode I can't recommend.
Penis,
in my
vagina,
room right
penis.
now.
No, I
Like,
just try to bait you.
well, you succeeded.
Yes.
You could do it
Freaking
like
sucker.
in ways. I'm not gonna. What am I doing? Toby Fox makes music.
Yes. That's what we're talking.
But wouldn't that be
We're
their
talking about-
final destination though? That's what I was trying to get to. The joke. It was so excellently put in my mind after that, but because they could possibly die after they, never mind. Well, we're moving on. But playing Final Destination.
Sorry, my brain broke after thinking of something horrific. Holy cow.
Yeah, we're not gonna recommend this.
We're just gonna cut like 40 minutes of this podcast now. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
This
we'll say
episode-
ahead of time.
I
like,
edit this podcast. It's
Episode-
all staying in, guys. You got it all uncut.
This is my week to edit.
You get to hear all of it.
It's okay. I'll take it off this week. I'll take it off your hands this week to edit.
Hey, I think I'm gonna take a hand at editing audio now.
Oh crap! My face.
But
But
yeah, as far as video game music goes, Final Fantasy 14 has fantastic music, Mikey. You
oh
should play
yeah,
it with me.
yeah.
Final Fantasy 14 has honestly some of the best video game music.
I'm just gonna slip
ever.
that in there.
There's like a ton of just fantastic songs. You fighting raid bosses alongside just crazy guitar rock music.
Mhm.
As you should.
Exactly.
And I know like they Kingdom Hearts like copy that from like Final Fantasy. Like when you, it's every like there are like calm versions of the song, but when you get into a battle, it really picks up.
I love the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts. Holy cow.
Yeah,
It-
Kingdom Hearts is
That's like a
Great
trigger note. Like
ambiance.
that first ting, you know what I'm talking about? I'm just
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
my childhood.
Yep. What's
and
it
Final
called?
Fantasy in general has fantastic music too.
Yeah.
really
Especially
good.
when
Tiny,
I was
my
watching
girl.
you streaming a couple days ago,
Mm-hmm.
and you were on the moon, and instantly like I went to YouTube and I found it. I was like 30 minutes long. I'm like, yeah.
It's a great, just it's great music.
It's not my
Yeah.
computer, this guy.
I know it's my phone. I should have muted it, but I didn't.
Wow, rude.
So, not bad.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think of who else like composer wise is like really great. I can't think of names off the top of my head, but like I just do think that video games, like there's so much artistry in it. Like yeah, we get entertained by it,
Mhm.
but there really is so much artistry that gets put into these games that we don't even like fully appreciate the whole scope. Like there's full on composers, like you've got orchestras for some of these games, like
Yeah.
even the people who like are writing the stories, like there's just some games that just impact you where you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
you know. And so
Yeah,
like
some
I
music will
just
bring
love
you
that.
right
Like
back
yeah.
to story beats and.
I'm like I definitely am so glad I'm alive at a time where I can just consume this media.
And I can honestly say, like, 100%, if Halo didn't have the music that it had, it wouldn't be as impactful.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't. Like, I can
Okay.
confidently say that with my chest. It wouldn't be that, like, much, like, impactful, because when it comes to, like, a story and it has, like, that right element of music to it, it really, like, elevates it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think
Yeah,
Final
one-
Fantasy has a lot of that. It has, like, it has the story and the music and pops off.
You know, I really like with Monster Hunter. That's gonna be the game I talk about the most because I'm playing it right now. But I really like how in Monster Hunter every monster has their own battle music too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like
yes.
I'm like, go ahead, Capcom, like make me a new monster and give me new battle music, please. My favorite, most creepy thing about that is, have you noticed that when you fight the Kezu, there's no music?
Yeah, because it's deaf
Well, it's not deaf,
or
it's blind.
blind.
So the whole concept is like when a monster sees you, their music plays.
Oh, I hate that. Why'd you have to tell me that?
It can never see you. Isn't that neat? Or-
so dark. It's creepy, but it's also sad. Like, it
I-
doesn't have his music because it's blind.
he can never see you. Like, what if they compose something and like
It's
you gotta slit some eyes on this dude,
Oh.
carve him out, baby. But no, I just thought that was like a really interesting thing when I was playing it. I was like, it's eerily quiet. And then I know like in Japan, like he's like number 3 of like the most favorite like monsters or something like that.
Really?
He deeply unsettles me,
I just
it.
hate him.
that's kind of eerie,
right?
but it's cool. It's like a creepy, cool, kind of eerie.
It's very thoughtful. Like the fact that someone was like, it's blind, it shouldn't have battle music because it cannot see you.
Mm-hmm.
And even if that's not the logic, like just like the whole thing of like coming together, like that makes sense. Like it is
Yeah.
lore now in my
Yeah,
brain.
just giving another way to like tactically impact the player in a different way. That's
I do get
crazy.
really scared when I have to fight it like inside the cavern. I don't know what I'm in control of the game and I'm not gonna die, but it deeply unsettles me.
That's why I play Hunting Horn. You just gotta make your own music.
Ooh.
Every fight.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah. And then I know that.
Sorry.
What?
I just like had a John Cena memory get triggered.
That was a tutu.
I didn't do the correct key. I was trying to like not do it, but it happened, and John Cena like popped up in my brain.
You're right.
Do you remember when I was working in? So I was working in an office that Zach was like an IT guy for.
Yeah.
And everyone decided to come like hang out in this office while I was working, and we're watching John Cena videos. And like at the time, like in 2014, 15, that one John Cena video where like the guy like would call like the same house over and over, like, it's John Cena, and the lady would like freak out like, for the love of God, stop calling me.
Yeah. The
and
radio show.
Yeah.
The radio prank call show.
So there's like 5 people in my little like office, and we're watching and playing this, and we're just dying of John Cena. Like, we're just like, John Cena. And I get a call, like, because I'm like the front desk like secretary, and I get a call, and everyone gets dead silent. And the person asks me, like, oh, hi, can I like speak to so and so in like your office? And I was like, yeah, who's calling? And from like the right behind my chair, Zach goes, it's John Cena. Like whisper yells it in my ear. And everyone's like cackling, holding back their laughter. And I'm right there like straight faced, as straight as I can be, man. Like, okay. And then I like transfer them. Like, I can't remember how like the rest of that dialogue went, but like I did not stifle a laugh or anything out of me, but just like my throat was like stuck. And so I transferred the call, and everyone just like busted out laughing. But like just like the amount of control I had in that moment, like thank goodness. I was like, I could have lost my job. But it was so funny. It was timely. It was perfect. It was amazing, and I hated it.
Yeah, we screwed around a lot.
I know.
We did the jelly bean thing too.
Yeah.
Birdie, was it the Birdie Bots ever flavored beans, or was it just that challenge
Is
one? Where it was like there was some that were like lemon flavor or
this
puke
tastes
flavor.
like dog poop. We were doing that. I don't know how they kept me at that job for that long.
The Bean Boozle, whatever.
Yeah, that's
Bean
what it's
Boozled,
called,
yeah.
Bean Boozled.
Golly.
Bro, I played my ukulele at that desk.
Yeah.
I was not good at it, but I was just like ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, that job was a joke.
It was.
On my end. I wasn't really speaking for you, but yeah.
I used to, so I had to share that computer with a lady because I would cover her hours. And they would like send like mass emails like to the whole entire company or like whatever.
Lord.
And I'd hop in on her email, and I realized now this was a bad thing. I was only a teenager when I did this. I'd hop in on her email, and I would just like use kid slang like, yo, that's whack. And like just be like, everybody, like if we can all just like have our thoughts and prayers for so and so, they're not doing well, and I'd be like, that's whack. And like from like this very sweet like old lady email, the office secretary. And I think like someone knew it had to be me, but no one ever acknowledged it.
They're like, at this point, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I
Anyways.
don't think they really cared that much.
For sure. They probably... Honestly, I don't think anyone at that job cared enough.
I don't think anyone at that job cared about me existing there. They're like, someone's answering the phones.
They're like, no, she's going to live forever. You're never going to take her space.
Oh my gosh, I know. She's still alive and kicking.
I know, it surprises me.
I say that in like the most loving way. Like, I'm surprised she's still alive.
The woman that we're talking about she's fairly elderly.
She's like 76 now.
Yeah, she's pretty old.
She like retired from the job for like a month and then came back like as her retirement job because she had nothing like really much going on. She loves it.
Yeah, she's a great lady too.
More power to her.
Yeah.
I could never.
Yep.
Anyways, video game music.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think I don't know. I feel like we covered
No, I could just talk about
Covered
like
a
a lot of stuff that I enjoy about it. But
What games would you recommend people playing, but mostly for the music?
definitely Undertale. Like if you want to experience a game, because Toby Fox is a composer.
Mhm.
Like if you want to experience a game that has like all music, like all composers, like in the video games, like extra think about it. But like I believe if I'm remembering this correctly, he's a composer first before a video game like creator.
Yeah.
Like if you want to play something that makes you feel extra things in like an 8-bit format or like what is it, 16-bit, like Undertale for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you play Deltarune?
I have not. It's on my
his
Switch.
Second game.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for the audience if they didn't know. But oh my God, no! I'm putting something together right now. I'm sorry, guys. that took me. SSX 3. I was gonna say the soundtrack for that game. They didn't compose their own music, but they use like music from artists and stuff. I think that's another.
Bro.
That's another. But there's a song by Chaos, and I've been listening to Chaos recently, and I never knew that like. I was like, this song always sounded familiar, but I didn't realize it was on.
Have you played that?
No, I haven't.
Like the snowboarding.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I loved the way they did that. Like they had the music in there
Wait.
from artists, but they also like composed like to where,
What's it called?
because there's sections and
SSX.
like regions of the
Oh, I didn't play
the maps that you race on that it doesn't have the actual song, but it sounds like it's playing just instrumental. And
Yeah.
it's very beautiful, very well done. So like when you get to a part of a map where it's actually like one of the races put together, because I think the big thing about it is where is it called like a trial run? Like when you race like the couple like 4 or 5 races, and then you get to like the peak of that mountain, and it's all a combination of the maps on that mountain.
Oh,
so you race down it and
You're talking
whatnot.
about like the final one, because I think you work your way up the mountain
Yeah,
as you
yeah.
play the game. So the more courses you unlock, essentially the longer the course will get.
Yeah.
And then you can like do one full race just straight down the mountain.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you have those races, and then there's like 3 or 4 peaks, I think, in that game. And so every peak you can go down, and the more you go up the mountain, you have to do every peak with it. So it's freaking amazing. All the music, from artists, but they compose like,
Yeah,
it's
they-
so like well crafted.
They make a really good soundtrack for that game,
Mhm.
just altogether.
You just
Smart.
reminded me that I believe, man, I think it's Skate, one of the skate games, or it definitely wasn't the Tony Hawk game, but it was a skateboarding game. They had a really great soundtrack. They like had like "Insane in the Membrane" by Cypress Hill, and I just remember like going around skating and like listening to that and just like jamming out. But like I would like I could say that's like a thoughtful soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of games that put together like real world music into playlists.
Oh, yeah.
Basically for their game. And yeah, skate games I feel like get it right. Tony Hawk games, I always ska era of music works so well for skateboarding games. ATV Off-Road Fury 2 had a bomb soundtrack
Okay.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really remember anything that's on it, but the Shinobi vs. the Dragon Ninja, I think, is on that by. Oh my god, I shouldn't have named it because now I gotta look it up.
Oh, dope.
Actually, while you're doing that,
Lost Prophets is the name of the band.
Lost Pro-
Yeah.
but why do you
What was it?
the Lost Pro? Now I'm. It sounds familiar. Now I'm thinking about it. See
We're
if
going on a music journey here.
yeah, it's taking me back. And okay, I don't know. Something. I'm thinking of something. But also I was trying to say, like, these are more of like, I wouldn't say playful kind of like soundtracks, but like stuff from like Spyro.
Oh yeah.
Jack and Daxter, Jack 2, Jack 3.
Crash Bandicoot really has a lot of
Mhm.
memorable music.
Mm-hmm. And Ratchet and Clank has some good stuff too. There's another one. Well, Jack, I think Jack 4, or they call it Jack X or whatever. It's the racing one,
Yeah.
bro. Like, it has some good stuff
Really?
like that. I believe they had some bands make music just for that.
I have
game.
never played any of the Jack and Daxter games
They're
after
worth
the
a play.
first one.
Oh,
I
okay.
played the first one, and then
Oh.
I didn't play any of the
I
other
thought you were gonna
ones.
say adult.
No, I used to play the first one like crazy. I actually started playing the HD remaster because it's on the premium PlayStation subscription.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I
So-
saw that. Ooh, I'm too in the MMO scene to be like playing the games like that. But
Final Fantasy 14 has destroyed my life. You should play with me, Mikey.
you should probably jump on a new Genesis. We still got to get this one, her PlayStation back, so that way she can play with us.
I know she can play Final Fantasy with us. That'd be
I would
really
love to.
great.
But yeah.
Please give me back my PlayStation.
But Jack 2 actually had like one of the hardest missions in like that kind of in that genre of games. But it all has like incredible soundtrack. Like we said before, Final Fantasy, Elder Scrolls, pretty much all of them, even online, is amazing. Destiny has some good stuff.
Destiny does have really good music.
Really
That is
good.
true. Any space game, I mean, I don't know who did the music for Destiny, actually. I was going to relate it to Halo, obviously similar studios as far as development. But I don't know about music
Yeah.
specifically.
I know this person. He's done music and composed music for like certain movies. Michael Salvatore. He did majority of the stuff for Destiny. And
Okay.
it's yeah, I mean, I would say those. I mean, if you have time to play those games or just, go throughout the game library and just listen to the music, it's fun.
Oh yeah, or just like any game you're currently playing, just like take an extra moment to like just like really listen to what you're playing. Like like music in video games, whether it be composed scores or just like added songs, like really do make your experience, and I absolutely love that.
Mm-hmm.
And I love immersing myself, so music is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Or specifically, if there's a game that you're playing, take a second, go to YouTube, look up the soundtrack, and just listen to the music for it, because it's different as well contextually. If you're playing a game in a fight, you're not really going to be paying attention to the intricacies of the battle music. But if you listen to it like without that, then
listen to your tracks,
yeah,
give it some love.
great. But
Anyways, let us know in the comments if our comment section is open.
yeah,
right?
if you're on YouTube, hit us up in the comments. If not, tweet at us. Let us
Yeah.
know
Oh, yeah. Or text me if you're one of my friends listening.
yeah. Text her. Her number is
Blank, 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 blank.
Yeah, for those of you that know us, and if you're like wondering what kind of games to get into and the music, of course, hit us up.
Yeah.
We know some stuff.
Oh, these
Yeah.
guys have definitely like a lot more game knowledge than I do, but they've got like great things
But we
out
all
there.
have game knowledge just the same.
My game knowledge is very specific to the world of Pokemon. My time will shine soon. Scarlet and Violet's coming out. Anyways, let us know in the comments what you guys think.
Thank you all for joining us. This has been Inexperience Prince. I'm Zach.
I'm Savvy.
And I'm B. Thank you guys, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Yes, and join us next time. We'll be trading our social security numbers.